Welcome back, everyone. In the previous unit, we learned what is the value of capacitor we need to select in order to obtain a clamper network. So we found out we have to select the value of capacitor such that the voltage across the capacitor doesn't change significantly during the interval when the diode is off. So essentially, we found out that whatever the value of the capacitor, whatever the value of the voltage across the capacitor is going to have when the diode is on, we're going to have the same value of voltage across the capacitor when the diode is off. So that is the premise we need to follow throughout the analysis of clamper. So let's start to analyze a clamper network. So this is our clamper network, a capacitor. So let's say the value of the capacitor has been chosen appropriately, big enough. And then we have a diode. Let's consider, for simplicity, diode is ideal. We have considered ideal diode. So that means voltage across the diode is 0, short circuit when it is forward biased. We're going to take the output wave shape V0 from across the resistor, which itself is parallel to the diode. So one significant step when trying to analyze a clamper network is that we're going to start our analysis. We're going to start our analysis from that half cycle for which diode appears to be forward bias. So that means if you look into the circuit, so diode is in the clockwise direction. So if you keep our AC signal source to my left, we find out the diode is in the clockwise direction. If the diode is in the clockwise direction, in that case, we're going to start our analysis from positive half cycle, for which diode is forward biased, not from negative half cycle. Okay. So we're going to start our analysis from positive half cycle. So T is greater than 0, less than T by 2, Vi is greater than 0. So we have positive half cycle. Let's say this is our polarity. So for positive half cycle, we can notice the diode appears to be forward biased. So diode appears to be forward biased to make it short circuit. So diode is short circuit. As the diode is short circuit, a current is flowing through the capacitor. As a real current. And we already learned that real current always flows from positive terminal to negative terminal through external circuit. So as the current is flowing through the capacitor and also through the diode, capacitor is charging up. As the capacitor is charging up, so there is a voltage across the capacitor. Let's call this voltage Vc. So the Vc polarity should be selected like this, plus, minus. How? The terminal through which current is entering, so this is the terminal through which current is entering should be our positive terminal, and the terminal out of which the current is leaving is our negative terminal. So this is how we have decided on the polarity of the capacitor. Now, as the capacitor is charging up, so the voltage across the capacitor is increasing, and we found out since the charging time constant is 0, so that means it will charged up instantaneously. Now let's find out the value of the voltage across the capacitor. So if we apply a KVL, we found out plus VI minus VC, and see this is short circuit is equal to 0. So that means VC is equal to VI, and the value of VI is equal to 10 volt. 10 volt. So this is the voltage across the capacitor when the diode is on. Now if the diode is on, so this is the voltage across the capacitor. So next we are going to determine the output voltage when the diode is on. When the diode is on, V0 is equal to 0 because it is short circuit. So V0 is equal to 0 when the diode is on. So this is the interval 0 to 0, time is greater than 0, less than t by 2. That means 0 to t by 2 interval. In this interval, diode is on, V0 is equal to 0. So that is what happens when the diode is forward bias. So next, see what happens when the diode is reverse bias. So that means during the interval, the t is greater than t by 2, less than capital T. So Vi, so this interval, Vi is less than 0. Okay. So if change the polarity, plus, minus. In that case, we find out the orientation of the diode is such that positive terminal is connected to the N side and the negative terminal is connected to the P side. So this way the diode is open. Now the thing is that, so that means the current through the diode and through the capacitor reversed. So previous cycle the current was flowing in this direction. That's why we have a voltage across the capacitor plus, minus. Now we find the current is flowing in the opposite direction. So this is the direction. So that is in opposite direction. So which means the capacitor won't be able to charge anymore. So if the current is flowing through the capacitor in the opposite direction, so that means from positive terminal to negative terminal through external circuit, which means the capacitor is no longer charging. Instead, the capacitor will be discharging. Now we have already learned that we have selected the value of capacitor such that the voltage across the capacitor doesn't change significantly. So that means the capacitor will be discharging very slowly. So much so that, so during the interval when the diode is off, we're going to find Vc equals to 10 volt when the diode is off. Now, one thing you should be very careful about, the polarity. So when the diode is on, we selected VC is equal to 10 volt. So that means same voltage. Now the polarity of the capacitor will remain the same, irrespective of the situation when it is charging and when it is discharging. So when it is charging, so let's say if the capacitor is charging, so let's say we have a capacitor and it is charging, so this will be the polarity. But if the same capacitor is other time discharging, you see the polarity or the plus sign or the minus sign is in the same direction. So that means the VC will be 10 volt when the diode is on, and VC will be 10 volt when the diode is off. It is quite tempting to think that since the direction of the current has reversed, so we would have a VC with a negative value. This is not the case. All right. So now that the current is flowing through the resistor, so there will be voltage drop across the resistor. So let's say this voltage drop is V0. So let's consider this voltage is polarity is like this. Now again, if we apply KVL, we find out, we go for plus to minus, minus VI, plus to minus, minus VC, and plus to minus, minus V0 is equal to 0. So that is the KVL. So minus V is equal to minus 10, minus 10 equals to V0. So that means V0 is equal to minus 20. So that is the voltage when the diode is off. Now we already obtained V0 is equal to 0 when the diode is on. Now remember the time interval. So this is t is greater than 0, less than t by 2, and this is t is greater than t by 2, less than t. All right. Now if I draw the output on the same curve, so when the diode is on, which means during this interval, V0 is equal to 0. So V0 is equal to 0. And when it is off, during the interval t by 2 to capital T, V0 is equal to minus 20. So we're going to find minus 20. Minus 20. Do you see what happens? That we pull the signal down by 10 volt. So as if you grab the signal at minus 10 volt position and pull it down by 10 volt. So that's how 10 volt has become 0, minus 10 has become minus 20. You see the shape of the signal remain the same, and peak to peak voltage 10 to minus 10, which is 20. Here the peak to peak voltage 0 to minus 20, also 20.